All right, our next guests are on a mission to create a new narrative when it comes to gender roles and cooking.
That is right. Gerard Brogdon and Shawn Curwen are the hosts of the web series Foods and Dudes. In fact, it is cooking culture and conversations. Go ahead and take a look.
You got sugar? You need that? Yeah, I might need some sugar. Come on, G. Stay with me, man. Looking like rookies here, brother. 4 teaspoons of sugar. Okay. And then we get the sweetness of it, right? We put all the dries in, and then we mix it up. We want it grainy. We want it looking like the Sahara.
Oh, that looks like fun. I see it coming. All right. Well, both men were also featured in the first season of Peacock's Baking It. And that season was hosted by Maya Rudolph and Andy Samberg, as we're seeing there. Gerard and Shawn are joining us live this morning. Welcome to New York Living, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It looks like you're having a blast, by the way.
Yes.
On all of this.
Yeah. It's all fun. It's
Cooking
all fun.
doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be mundane. We have a good time.
Yeah.
So I heard you know each other for nearly 40 years. So did you meet in the delivery room?
If we were a little younger, yes.
Right.
But
Close to.
In our before life.
We met in 6th grade, actually. We were both in the band. I played the sexiest instrument ever, the tuba.
Oh,
I know that's right.
easy to carry around with you.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no.
So I met this trombone guy, and we've known each other ever since.
And you're Long Island boys, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Real New Yorkers on New York Living.
We represent Queens, but we live in Long Island.
Exactly.
I know all about it.
Yes.
So you brought some food. I mean, it smelled, the minute it came in the studio, I was like, they're
Wafting,
somewhere.
wafting.
Get it over to the desk.
I smelled it from outside.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes,
let's just get
yes.
straight to it, okay?
This is comfort food.
We got
Absolutely.
some ribs, it looks like, some greens, and Mama, I'm sorry to do this to you, but their mac and cheese right here is doing something to me. Let's talk about what we got going on here.
Absolutely.
Let's step through it.
Yeah, so if you watch the show, we cook from all over the place. We have all sorts of different dishes, but just in honor of Black History Month, we wanted to do something a little more traditional. So what I have here is some smoked beef ribs, some spicy collard greens with smoked turkey, onions, all the good stuff in it, and some baked macaroni and cheese for you guys.
These are classics. Now, were these recipes that you create or were handed down to you?
I learned to cook just watching my parents. My dad was a fully trained baker when he came to New York in the 50s, and my mother is just an expert in Southern cooking. So, I just learned how to cook watching them. You know what I mean?
So you were the guy that knew how to cook. You were the guy that... I didn't have to finish the sentence.
I knew how to learn how to cook.
But was it your wife that came up with the idea of doing this?
Yeah.
Tell us about how that was spawned.
So my wife Trisha, she's a producer and director, and we used to have these rotational dinners, right, during COVID, and Gerard would be the only one of the guys cooking.
Of course.
Right.
It was safe. You knew it was safe.
And she was like, you know what? I think we got something here, right? So she came up with Foods and Dudes, and we've done 2-3 seasons so far.
I mean,
so
it's clearly successful.
Yes.
It's going well.
Yes.
It's clearly doing good, and also you guys were cast on a season of Baking. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I love the show. What was that experience like?
It was surreal.
Yeah.
It was absolutely surreal.
It's funny to look at yourself in that way, right? And again, it was unscripted, right? Much like Foods and Dudes. So all of the reactions that you saw were authentic, right? And Gerard and I had a good time.
Oh, we had a great
the genuine part of it. Yeah. So who's the onion crier? I heard somebody here's the onion crier. You can run that under cold water before.
I am officially the onion crier.
You're the onion crier.
However, I will say that every onion that I have cried with or from has been from Gerard's refrigerator. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I might have been bamboozled.
It's not a setup. It's not a setup.
It's the way he stores his onions.
Yes. I never cry in my house when I cook onions. So
your eyes just leak a lot, man. Your eyes really leak a lot. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of that, and I was talking to Star before that a little bit about men have a hard time talking to each other about heavier topics like just one-on-one. I'm going to sit down with you and we're going to talk about this. But when they're doing something, and they're busy doing something, then that conversation can flow more naturally for them. Isn't that something you're bringing out in the show, right?
Think barbershop.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
barbershop with a bunch of guys around, and we're all kind of talking about some shared life experiences and things like that. That's what we're trying to create in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Just over an uncomfortable situation for most guys, which is cooking. But, you know, the topic itself kind of makes everybody comfortable and, you know, draws people in. So that's what we're attempting to do.
And we're on our own resource, right? So when we don't talk to one another, we're not actually accessing the resources
Absolutely.
that we dearly
Right.
need,
That's
right?
right.
So
Very true.
yeah, so that communication is the key.
Okay, and so there are 2 seasons completed. We're working towards season 3. And
Season 3 is in the mix. It's happening.
We'll start getting the utensils out. Season 3. I'm not letting this food go, by the way.
how's it looking? I have to ask, how's it looking? Season 3.
Season 3 looks great. You saw actually a snippet of one of those. We did a lot of holiday stuff to begin with. We thought it was important to. Actually, Trisha made us, so I'm not even going to say we did. Trisha, she really wanted to have us get out to meet and have guys understand that, hey, here are some little things that you can do during the holidays.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like the big stuff you see on TV right now, but it can be like these little plates of things that evolve from those dishes that mama and grandma created. So
Just had that rib, by the way. Is that your own little rub?
Let me go ahead.
That's my rub. That's my
there's some
sauce.
good stuff in
Thank
there.
you. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna try that
Now,
mac
that's a
and
spicy
I'm not
collard
letting that mac and cheese get away either.
easy now. Go to the middle.
Is there a trick to this? Of course.
No trick.
You
Just
just
dig in and
you
eat.
just dig in.
Just
Oh my
dig in.
goodness.
So now, are there any dishes that you want to take on that maybe you haven't tried before to be a little more adventurous? Or
To be honest with you,
oh boy,
we've done a lot.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of different dishes.
oh man,
Baking is the hardest part.
I was just gonna.
Baking is the hardest part. Like
I
when
was
you,
just
you
gonna
know,
say.
that's more of a science.
I
You know what I mean?
I love
So,
the kitchen, but you're absolutely right. And there's no room for error in
Not
baking
at
because
all.
it is a science.
Yeah.
You got it.
You blow it, you're done. It's you could go in the pail.
See, that's the reaction.
That's it. That's what.
See, fellas, when your wife comes in
Listen.
and she makes that face
Face. Right.
over something that you prepared,
I'm gonna do it again. Make
You're in good standing.
Let's
there we
go.
go.
Mom, I'm sorry. This is where it's at.
That should be called cheese and macaroni.
Right.
not macaroni.
Right.
But
And
all
don't get me in trouble, still.
Yeah, let me tell you.
I don't want any problems
Let me
with
tell
your
you.
mama.
The cheese is the thing. Trust me, the cheese is the thing.
Right.
Guys,
Exactly.
thanks so much, Gerard and Shawn.
Thank you.
You can watch Foods and Dudes on YouTube at Foods and Dudes 9402.